Yay!
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes. Okay.
We made it work.
This is so good. Okay. I'm so excited.
Amazing.
We're having some tech difficulties, so we're just kind of like going around in all different ways.
It's amazing. No worries at all. Hey, by the way, do you want to meet Teddy? My little dog is here.
Yes.
This is Teddy. Oh, Teddy, say hi.
Hi, Teddy. Oh my goodness. Hi, baby. I see why you're Teddy. You're such a Teddy.
Isn't she cute?
So cute.
Yeah. Okay.
So cute. So
she's here.
I wanted to start by asking you, what does self-care mean to you, and how does self-care reflect self-love?
So for me, taking care of your mind, your body, your spirit. So physically, mentally, emotionally, taking care of yourself is something that I feel is more important now than ever. And you know, there's so many different ways to do that and take care of yourself, and so many different ways work for different people. And so that's why it's fun to like speak with you and hear about everyone else's ways that work for them. And also, you know, thanks for having me on to share some of the ways that work for me.
I am super excited. You know, these are very trying times, and my dad said that is no time to quit trying. So how do you stay light in dark times? What are some of the tools that you use?
Well, first of all, I like to put like a bright t-shirt on.
Yes.
That really helps uplift my mood.
Yeah.
Another fun thing is I like to actually paint my toenails red. That helps.
Ooh, nice.
But then other things that I like to do is like make sure that I do even a 10-minute meditation. And I'm really into Insight Timer at the moment, because even though I've learned like TM meditation and this other meditation I really love called Kriya Yoga, sometimes it's nice to just have a guided meditation, and that's why I like Insight Timer.
Yeah.
And yoga for me is a big one, like Kundalini yoga. Have you ever tried Kundalini yoga?
Yes, I used to do Ashtanga for a really long time, which I loved because I'm very intense. So I liked how intense the workout was, but I liked that I didn't need anything but myself. You know, that's what I like about yoga, is that you can't use the excuse of I don't have a big enough space, I don't have a gym, I don't have a trainer. All you need is yourself, solid ground, and the ability to kind of push yourself.
Yeah, and that's why I like Kundalini, because there's like different breath techniques you can use. And I've found myself here just like opening all the windows, letting the light come in, taking a few deep breaths, like those simple things that we can all do, it makes a big difference. And I don't know about you, but aromatherapy is something that I have always felt has helped me in times of like stress, or I don't know, just like when I felt like I needed an energy boost. And I have like different aromatherapies that I really like using. I even created one, this little one here is for the heart. Mm-hmm. And I had it made for me actually by a leading aromatherapist in Australia when I was going through a challenging time and I was like really quite depressed. She made this for me, and it has rose otto and sandalwood in there, and so it's very grounding. Yeah. And another one that's really good is just a simple lavender. You know, I've got like,
I love lavender.
The doTERRA brands are really good. Like the lavender just helps. I just put it on my, you know, on my hands or on my wrists, and just makes it feel so good.
Yeah. I was thinking about, you know, we kind of talked about yoga and ways that you can stay active in small spaces, you know. So during quarantine, you can feel a little trapped, a little stuck. And I think like all the stretching and yoga is so good for that. But now our parks and our beaches here in LA, they're closing. So there's no running the stairs and running on the beach. And so what are things that you can do inside a small space, that you can do from home, ways that you can stay active?
Well, I personally turn the music on, because music is everything. I mean, you know that. Yeah. And we love your music in our household. And we turn on the song we really like is We Can't Stop.
Yeah.
And we love that song. Turn that on, dance around. Flynn is just like so sweet. He's 9 years old now.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, it's crazy. And so we'll turn the music on, and that way you can even dance, you can do squats. I have the baby in the harness because I have a little 5-month-old as well.
Yeah.
And my almost 2-year-old is very much into music as well.
Well, you know, I think you can kind of tell, like, when I was little, even when I was in a harness and I was a baby, I loved music. And I think playing music at this time is just so cool, because who knows, you might end up with like a drummer, which is a nightmare. I have a couple of drummer friends and had a couple ex-drummers, and they're nightmares, but they're very, very cool. One thing I was thinking about is some days they're easier to cope than others, and we all struggle with anxiety around the situation. And, you know, how do you calm yourself down in a state of panic or fear, besides, like, you know, with the yoga? I think aromatherapy would really be good for that, music and dancing. What's kind of your schedule to keep yourself calm?
Well, I love to kind of keep our schedule that we had before isolation. So for instance, like every day my husband wakes up at 5:30 in the morning. And so when he wakes up at 5:30, I've got like an hour before the kids wake up. And that's when I'll do a little meditation, a few yoga stretches, pick a little affirmation. I love to pick random affirmations. Or what I do is I flick to a book that I'm reading and read a random page. Yeah. And then I feel like that's the message for me for the day. I absolutely love like David Hawkins' books. So this is Transcending the Levels of Consciousness. He says it's Stairway to Enlightenment. It's who I want to go there. So I've been reading his books, you can tell. And Flynn actually has a few of his drawings in here. He's so cute because if I'm reading or whatnot, he'll be drawing. Look at
oh my God. What? That's so cool.
Yeah, he's the sweetest. And he's such a little artist. So we've been doing lots of drawing, reading together. My little almost 2-year-old, he is obsessed with books, like all of the little books on trucks or cars. He's a real boy's boy, and he's so cute. And we've been FaceTiming. So on Snapchat, you can actually FaceTime and use the lenses when you're FaceTiming. So we call my dad in Australia, who's with my grandma. We put the funny lenses on them and we all just laugh. And it makes you forget, like, for a moment that you're actually, you know, what's going on in the world. And we can just have that little bit of fun. And the little ones just, like, love it to see the funny lenses on my grandma and on my dad. Like, with, you know, with like all different little animation things going on around my grandma's head. And she thinks it's hilarious as well.
I bet they love that. You said that when you and I were talking before, you and I were like texting about kind of what you wanted to share, what part of your routines you wanted to share with other people. And you were talking about taking advantage of the time that you have to spend together, to cook for them, to cook with your family, spending time with your family, playing board games together. And you even said that you really like cleaning the house and like organizing the house, and it gives you structure. Yes,
I'm obsessed with like cleaning the house, and actually Flynn's doing a great job helping me getting the laundry, you know, putting it away. And like at first he was like, oh Mom, do I have to? Because they're like extra duties on top of just like what he normally would do, like making the bed and picking up after himself. Like that's obvious. Or like packing the dishwasher. He was always doing that. But now he's helping with other things like mopping the floor and, you know, doing the washing with me. And, you know, I think it's really good for him. And we're cooking together a lot. And Flynn got excited the other day and he was like, Mom, let's make some lemonade. And, you know, we got a couple of lemons from our lemon tree and made some lemonade. And then we all had that for dinner. And it made him feel good about himself because he had provided part of the meal. Even though it was just simple lemonade, he felt like, oh, do you like it? Is it tasty? You know, did I put enough sugar in there?
That is so cute.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to ask you before we signed off, I think sharing is totally caring. That's why I wanted to start the show, that everyone could share their routines and ways that they're kind of coping. Is there anything that you're doing like on your Instagram that people could follow or see, and what you're sharing? Maybe you're sharing something weekly. Maybe I already know what you're sharing and I'm really going to post it prompting it.
Thanks. Yeah, actually I was inspired by you because I'd been watching what you were doing and I was like, this is really cool because people can tune in. They feel like they're connecting with you. They feel like they're learning something through all the people that you're speaking with. And so I was like, that would be really cool if I could, do something like that. And so I'm starting tomorrow, Wellness Wednesdays with Miranda,
Cool.
where I have people that are going to come on at like midday, so 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And so tomorrow I'm starting with Guru Mukh, and Guru Mukh was the actual, I think she was like one of the first to bring Kundalini yoga to America, and she was taught by Yogi Bhajan. And Yogi Bhajan is my homeboy, so I even have a t-shirt that says that. So anyway, I'm just thrilled that she'll be my first guest tomorrow, and you're welcome to join, because it'll be a really, really great session that I'm going to have with her. And I spoke with her last night, and she's preparing a wonderful 20-minute yoga set that's all about the heart and like keeping your heart open in these times, staying connected, staying in that loving space. And so I feel like I feel really excited to be able to share that little bit of magic from her and through those practices with, whoever wants to watch.
That sounds really badass. I'll definitely be there. I need to get moving and like flowing, and the show is like taking over my life. I'm texting you at like midnight about the show, and
I'm like, I don't know how you do it. That's why I'm like,
saying,
one day a week I can do it, and that's it.
You're saying that your hubby's up at 5:30. That's when I set my alarm at like 5:30. I get up, I go over my notes and make sure everyone feels really taken care of. And so I could use a little yoga. So I'll see you for Wellness Wednesday. And thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. Take care.
I'm so happy it worked out. Thanks, Miranda.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So we're going to go back to the top of the show, and in the edit, I'll make it look like none of this bullshit happened. Okay, I'm going to try to get on Biba right now. Yes. Let's see. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Biba. I don't know what was going on. Okay.
Oh my God.
Biba!
Oh my God.
We're going to make it look like none of this shit happened. It's going to be at the top of the show. Like nothing. This is the power of editing.
My roots grew.
No, I'm like a real show now. I can totally make it look like there's like that nothing weird happened.
Oh, no. No worries.
So I want to start with saying good morning to you, Biba. And I tell you now it's afternoon, but we'll fake it. So Biba, I tell you every time that I see you how appreciative I am to you for clearing my skin. Not with product per se, but with knowledge. I love my Biba products. I got my hydrating spray. And but what I love about working with you is that you try to get me down to as minimal of a regimen as possible. You don't want me traveling with like a million bottles of products that are going to take over my life and my bathroom. So I love how minimal you keep my regime. Don't you think that people just use way too much? And this is a really good time to use less and just let our skin get its natural pH balance going.
Well, it's not necessarily about pH, which it is somewhat, but we just went into overconsumption.
Absolutely.
Well, if you see on Instagram, people are advised to buy little refrigerators for skincare. What the hell?
Yeah.
They're not meant to be kept longer than 6 months to a year after opening. And, keeping something in a refrigerator, they're not meant to be in a refrigerator unless they are.
And that's also the problem with buying too many products, because actually I didn't know that you're not supposed to keep things for more than 6 months to a year, so I need to do a clean out. But if you're buying too many products and you have so many cleansers to choose from, so many moisturizers, you're not going to use something every single day, so then it's going to sit there and go to waste.
Correct. Then don't buy. It's a simple thing. I think there are instances when, we all are like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. We always have like a double skin condition. So, for example, you would be oily to dehydrated, right? So you will just get dehydrated because of your lifestyle. You travel a lot, you work out a lot, you work a lot. And so then maybe you need 2 cleansers and 2 toners, but you don't need 5 cleansers. You don't need 15 toners. You don't need 35 masks. Makeup you can stack. Makeup is fun, but skincare is a science.
Yes, absolutely. And speaking of that, you know, you've taught me all of the do's and don'ts, and I'm so excited to share that before we make our DIY mask, because I think some of the skin don'ts are just as important as the do's. You know, a big do obviously is never skip the sunscreen. You always want to be wearing sunscreen. That's been a crucial part of my regimen. You've been keeping me safe. But what are some of the don'ts?
Well, the don'ts are don't skip your face washing at night. In the morning, you can get away if you're not too oily. You can get away, but don't go to bed with unwashed face, because what's going to happen, that like natural cleansing process is going to be interrupted. And I got a phone call from UK. So probably your fans are calling. So what I wanted to say, okay, so don't touch your face. I mean, come on. We've been telling this, facialists were telling this to people all for the whole time. Don't touch your face. Don't pick your face, because it looks very easy to pop a pustule. You know, those like juicy ones, they look easy to pop, but you create a crater. You disturb your collagen. And for self-esteem, I think it's better to have a pimple than to have a terrible scab that's like lasts for months.
Yeah.
Right. Then avoid pore clogging ingredients. Don't take advice from non-professionals. If you need advice, seek advice from the right person. You know, see whom you like, whom you trust, establish some judgment. Don't listen to bloggers. Like, what do they know?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
No offense, but yes, offense, because they are, they're messing my work, you know, because I constantly have people asking me, I'm sorry, somebody is sending me videos constantly. People are constantly asking me, oh, well, what about this oil or that oil for my skin? And I just go like, I'm just gonna go crazy. Don't use oils on the skin. That's a very unfortunate trend. And
Yeah.
no.
So talking about do's, you wanted to make something today that a lot of people can make at home with a lot of ingredients that you kind of already have. These are pretty simple that you could pick up. This isn't a time that we can go see our estheticians and our facialists right now. A lot of boutique places like yours are closed, and you know, some of the people that we trust are protecting themselves and isolating right now. So there's things that we need to be able to do at home. So what are we going to make with you today, Viva?
So what we're going to do, we're going to make actually 2 things that are used in the spas. They're professional treatments, and they're absolutely makeable at home. So one of them is going to be a toner, and you're very familiar with it because you made it yourself before. So the toner is made with oatmeal groats and water. So you want purified water. Obviously, distilled water will be the best because the purity levels, or the minerals are gone, and the calcium deposits are gone from the water. And so why we will like to use this toner is to soothe the skin, to hydrate the skin, and to remove the irritation.
Yeah.
And so it's really perfect for eczema, rosacea, and dehydration. Those are the 3 main reasons why we do make this toner. The toner lasts in a refrigerator for 4 days, and then toss it. So as always, how do we know if product is not good? We're going to smell it. And if it smells bad, if it looks bad, if it has a weird texture, if it's slimy, throw away. Right. So, so the toner is called a colloidal oatmeal toner. Colloidal mixture is a mixture of water or liquid, not water. In this instance, is liquid. It's a mixture of water and some substance, which is going to be the oatmeal groats. So you can use any oatmeal. I have this one. And here are the proportions. I'm going to have it on my website too. So 4 tablespoons, which is about 1/4 cup of the oatmeal. We're going to put in 3/4 cup of water. Just a second. Alrighty. So here they are.
Yep.
This much oatmeal and this much water. And we're going to mix. We're going to let it sit for about 15 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
And what's going to happen, those little growths are going to start dissolving, right? So we get that colloidal oatmeal. I made this ahead of time because obviously I wanted to show people. This is how it looks. You see, this is a milky substance and the growths are down on the bottom. If you shake it, it will become milky again.
Oh, cool.
So what are we going to do? We're going to strain this liquid. You can use strainer.
Mm-hmm.
You can use a mesh. You can use cheesecloth. And you're going to strain it until you get a toner. Again,
Cool.
So this is a lot of toner. 8 ounces of toner is a lot. So you probably can cut it down like half. But okay, fine. So you can shake it, shake it, shake it. You're going to get all this starch here. The starch is what's going to hydrate the skin. It's going to create this emollient texture, and it's going to prevent something that's called the transepidermal water loss, where dehydration. We in LA, at least, we suffer from this because of the climate. So when we strain the toner, we're going to get growths, and it's like a kind of like a mushy, delicious smelling, like little mass. So these growths are fabulous because we can mix, say, a teaspoon of olive oil. Can you see?
Yep.
So we will mix olive oil with these little growths, and we can make a fabulous hand mask.
Yeah.
Now that we're wearing all these utility gloves, it's just actually perfect because you will see how within like 15 minutes your skin on your like little abused hands becomes like white, soft, supple, hydrated plumps. It really works. Also, you can add the oatmeal, you can add a little honey and make a face mask. So this is so easy. It's so fast.
I love that.
It just keeps in the refrigerator for a couple of days. It's just great. That's all.
And we're washing our hands so much right now, using so much sanitizer. My skin is so.
This is really, really good. And you have a lot. Like you have like probably like 2 to 3 uses for mask for the face or for your hands. I just because I knew I was going to talk to you, I did it myself again, and I was like, oh my God, why I'm not doing it all the time? Like,
yeah, I love that.
It's just so good. Like I was like, my goodness, my hands are just like really great. You know, I work with my hands a lot. So so that's like one of my to-go toners for home use. And the second thing I wanted to display is the Turkish Glow. And Turkish Glow is basically a mixture of salt and sugar. And it can be used for the face or the whole body. And it's a really fun treatment because you only need a tablespoon of salt and a tablespoon of honey. And then you're going to just mix them. And I'm going to show you because that's kind of fun. Just a second. I'm going to use a teaspoon of each. Hold on. So, you know, just like kind of do this.
Yep.
And we're going to, so here's the salt. The salt has to be fine table salt, not the kosher, like, or coarse salt. If you have a coarse salt, just kind of pound it until it becomes like a small crystal because it will be scratchy, right?
Cool.
So you're going to mix it until it becomes like a spun honey. It's going to get like bright, almost white. And voila, you have it.
I love that.
How fast it was. It was like less than a minute, right?
Seriously.
So on a clean skin, remove the hair off the face because it's really sticky. Apply this mask and then watch for the drip because the body temperature will melt it. So, you know, you might have some dripping on the chin, etc. And then after 10 minutes, you're going to just take a little bit of a tap of water, just like gently rinse it off, like gently in a circular movement, you scrub the skin. But guess what's the best part? The best part is you can do this for the whole body. Just increase the quantities. Just make sure that it's a 1-to-1. Like if it's a 1 tablespoon of salt, it's 1 tablespoon of honey. And then you're going to apply it. So some people are lucky they have steam showers. They can be in a steam shower, but you can be just in a, like sitting on the edge of a bathtub and then wash off. And so here's the thing. The sugar is a natural source of glycolic acid.
Yeah.
So it's your exfoliant. It's antibacterial. And then salt is also antibacterial. So it's a disinfecting. So, and the salt will be scrubbing, and it's not like sugar. It's a small crystal that doesn't scratch. So you get this amazing feeling of being clean and your skin being like really super soft. And it's just the best thing. They've been using it in like hammams for centuries.
I love that so much. I see everyone saying that they cannot wait to try it. So thank you so much for showing us. This is like so easy, super simple, and it's going to feel so good. And I love all the antibacterial qualities. That's really perfect for right now.
Oh yeah, it is. You can't wash your hands.
Thank you so much, Biba. Thank you for being on Bright Minded. Hold on. Something's paused. Hold on. Something paused. Thank you, Viva.